From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome viewers, and I'm really sorry for the slight delay in starting the program this evening. First of all, it's good to see you once again, isn't it? It's good to be back in the studios. Now tonight some people are debating why the Congress party is tying up with members of the anti-national Gupkar gang and the Vadra Congress is partnering with people who don't recognize the tricolor or our constitution. They're asking us why for Republic TV that's not a big issue. Well, you'll be surprised, but in my view, that is a meaningless debate. Not because the issue about the Gupkar gang, the anti-nationals, is not important, not that reason. That the Congress party is tying up with them is a meaningless issue because, forgive me, Antonia Maino's party is a meaningless party. The Antonia Maino Congress today, the Vadra Congress, also commonly described nowadays as the Antonia Maino Congress, is a political corpse. And so who ties up with the Antonia Maino Congress is an irrelevant issue. It's relevant only for has-beens like Kapil Sibal. The bigger issue tonight is how people whose entire politics is about challenging our sovereignty suddenly are so interested in fighting the local body elections in Kashmir. Unbelievable, viewers. Omar Abdullah, Farooq Abdullah abuse India every day. Now they want to fight the elections. Mehbooba Mufti abuses India every day. Now she wants to fight the elections. They said till recently we will never fight the elections till 370 is not brought back. Well, we are not bringing it back. So why are you fighting the elections? The reason, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely clear. These anti-national political parties want money. They have an insatiable greed for money and an insatiable need to siphon off taxpayer money, your and my hard-earned taxpayer money. And these people know that a lot of money will be routed through the local bodies in Kashmir. So after saying all this while that they will not fight elections till Article 370 is restored, these same opportunists, has-beens, turncoats, Mir Jafars, Judases, Brutuses, they are now singing a completely different line. Tonight on The Debate, I want to ask you, my dear viewers of my debate on Republic, is my presumption correct when I say that 100% of you want the anti-national Gupkar gang banned from contesting any election in our country? Our democracy is not a toy to play with at leisure. Our democracy is not a route to travel on when convenient to you. And our democracy, ladies and gentlemen, is not a part-time occupation which secessionists choose to follow when they experience the withdrawal symptoms of being out of power. And that is why I think it's fundamentally necessary that we all stand as one against the anti-national Gupkar gang. And that is why, because I've anyway not heard you for so long, at 9:30 p.m. tonight, I will open the phone lines. I will speak to at least some of you. Let the debate begin tonight. Debate 1, 2, 3 tonight. Pack show. I'm coming back with you for tonight. Debate number 1 this evening is India versus the Gupkar gang. You know which side I'm on. Debate number 2 this evening at 10 o'clock. The PFI's Global Extremist Alliance. And debate number 3 this evening, on debate number 3, nobody wants the Vadras. Why don't they just pack up? Why don't they just pack up and leave our national political fabric? All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on The Debate Tonight.
ऐसे लोग जो मुख्यमंत्री रहे हैं वो कह रहे हैं कि हम इसके रेस्टोरेशन की चाइना से मदद लेंगे।
The Congress comes under fire for tying up with the anti-national Gupkar League in Kashmir. Can those abusing India be allowed to contest elections? Nation rejects the politics of separatism, secessionism and opportunism. The secret PFI meeting with a pro-terrorist group in Turkey 7 months before the elections raises serious questions on a global conspiracy. With a direct link between the PFI and a group assisting the Al-Qaeda, pressure mounts on the agencies to act against this radical group. Nobody wants the Vadras. Akhilesh, Tejasvi, all dump part-time politicians, Rahul and Priyanka, the biggest disaster in Indian politics, Rahul and Priyanka. And members of the Vadra coterie are fighting it out in the open. The Congress implodes as Sonia, Rahul, Priyanka go missing and go into hiding. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the question is not about the Congress joining hands with the anti-national alliance. The Congress has always joined hands with the anti-nationals. There's nothing surprising about it. The Congress is a part of the Tukre gang. Congress is a supporter of urban Naxals. That's not surprising. Tonight, the question is, if we as a nation can allow the likes of opportunists like Mehbooba Mufti and Farooq Abdullah, who have openly insulted the tricolour and run down the Indian constitution, to form an alliance and dare to participate in an Indian electoral process. I am clear in my view, viewers, and people can call me right of center, I don't care. The Gupkar League is a bunch of anti-nationals. They have no loyalty to this country. They cannot be allowed to fight the elections. Let's debate.
A new political alliance has taken shape in Jammu and Kashmir ahead of the District Development Council elections or the DDC polls.
जम्मू कश्मीर का रिश्ता भी मुल्क के साथ खत्म हो जाए। देखिए जो कांग्रेस का मैनिफेस्टो है वो बिल्कुल वही है जो मुफ्ती साहब ने एजेंडा ऑफ अलायंस में बीजेपी के साथ रखा था। 370 पे स्टेटस को।
Congress has joined hands with the Gupkar gang. The same league whose leading members like Farooq Abdullah wanted China's help to bring back Article 370.
DDC polls are round the corner, and this time People Alliance for Gupkar Declaration have decided to fight the election together. Although Congress Jammu and Kashmir Chief Ghulam Ahmad Mir has said that they are the part of the alliance because they want to keep the communal forces away, particularly those who are implementing new laws in Jammu and Kashmir every day.
The opportunistic politics isn't lost on anyone, especially not on the Awam of Kashmir.
Hope Article 370 restored in Valley with China's help, Farooq Abdullah. Or won't hoist tricolor until J&K flag is allowed. तो तिरंगा नहीं जब तक जम्मू कश्मीर का झंडा नहीं, और धारा 370 को पुनः स्थापित करने के लिए हम चीन का भी सहयोग लेंगे.
For years, Kashmir was being betrayed because of the selfish politics of dynasts who used soft separatism, pro-Pak agenda and took pro-terror line to deprive Kashmiris of development.
मेरा ये है कि अगर इनको पता होता तो शायद इस तरह से मैं इस वक्त जब आपके हालात सुधर रहे हैं तो मैं समझती हूँ कि एक चांस हो सकता था.
और मैं इनसे साफ कहता हूँ, न सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान के अवाम से बल्कि दुनिया से ये कहता हूँ, वो हिस्सा जो पाकिस्तान के पास है वो पाकिस्तान का हिस्सा है.
जिस त्राल से बुरहान वानी, जिस त्राल से जाकिर मूसा, उस त्राल से बीजेपी का एमएलए अगर बॉयकॉट हुआ.
Their politics has consistently hurt Indian interests and continues to do so even now, when they've lost relevance completely.
India China or India Pakistan, the only future is talk. War is not a solution.
मगर जब तक हमारा अपना एजेंडा डाकू ने डाके में ले लिया है, तब तक हम किसी और एजेंडे को हाथ में नहीं लेंगे.
And when Kashmir is marching ahead towards progress, their intent has come under question.
ये जो गुप्तचर अलायंस है, ये गुप्तचर अलायंस क्या चाहती है? ये गुप्तचर अलायंस वही चाहती है जो पाकिस्तान चाहता है। ये गुप्तचर अलायंस वही चाहती है जो हिंदुस्तान के दुश्मन देश चाहते हैं।
Can those who abuse India be allowed to contest polls? Can those who abuse the tricolour be allowed to fight elections? Can those with anti-India interests be allowed to become people's representatives? The mood of the nation has changed. There's an outpouring of grief for our martyrs who were killed in action while fighting Pakistan at the border. At a time when India stands as one, a martyr's daughter's heart-wrenching slogan should ring in the ears of opportunistic anti-India parties.
मैं देशवासियों को यही संदेश देना चाहती हूँ, ये कितने भी पीछे फौजी खड़े हो रखे हैं हमारे देश की सुरक्षा करते हैं, अब हमारे लिए उसके चक्कर में अपनी जान जोखिम में डाल के हमारे लिए रक्षा करते हैं। इसलिए मैं एक बार दोबारा बोलना चाहूंगी, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
Aren't you shameless? Aren't you shameless? Muhammad Aqib, Renzu Shah, Sarfaraz Wani, Hamid Faiz, Sunit Chopra, Ahmad Ayaz. Aren't you all shameless? Gaurav Arya, Mir Junaid, Ashok Pandit, General Bakhshia, Gaurav Bhatia. Aren't you shameless that you said, I'll tell you why you should be ashamed. You should be very ashamed. But you'll have to, I'll tell you why you should be ashamed, sir. I'll tell you, relax. I'll tell you. Yeah, yes, it's all right. It's all right. Listen, I'll tell you why you're shameless. You're shameless because, and Mir Junaid will open the debate with Muhammad Aqib Renzu Shah. Muhammad Aqib Renzu Shah, Mir Junaid and Muhammad Aqib Renzu Shah, others I'm not listening to, even if you're collateral damage in the course of the debate, I don't worry. Now the point is, Mir Junaid, will you remind Muhammad Aqib Renzu Shah of what he had said when Article 370 had been abrogated? You had said that unless Article 370 is brought back, unless Kashmir gets special status, unless we stop other Indians from working, living and owning property, unless wait a minute, yaar, listen to me, of course you did. You have joined the anti-nationals now, maybe you didn't then, but that's your position now. The line of all these people was, the anti-nationals who you have joined was, that unless Article 370 is restored, we will not fight the elections. Now, like shameless people, Mir Junaid, these people are back to fighting the elections, but we are not bringing back Article 370. So I think the first issue is on their shamelessness. Mir Junaid will open the debate with Muhammad Aqib Renzu Shah, please. Which one of you would like to speak first? Mir Junaid is on the debate. Mir.
Okay. Good evening, Arnab, and your good audiences as well. See, Arnab, it's very unfortunate to see the grand old of India, grand old party of India turn into what it has turned today. We should not be shocked at what the party is doing, as the current leadership of the party is surely some sort of constraint in the mental state. And the largest political party has been reduced to a mere nuisance promoter nationally. There is nothing else that the party seems to be good at nationally. In every election, it's relying on coalitions and alliances, which are, failing miserably. The dynastic and hereditary reality of the party is visible to the whole nation. And therefore, them joining other dynasties, that is PAGD, for the production of a corrupt legacy in Jammu and Kashmir should be seen as a result of the short-sightedness of the retarded and undemocratic leadership of the party. It's a pity. It's very pity, and the Congress party must realize that by doing so, they are standing against the whole nation.
But Mir,
and its interests.
But Mir, listen to me. Mir, you are talking about the Congress party tying up with the anti-nationals. Gaurav, in your view, is that even an issue? I think the Congress is a meaningless, irrelevant political corpse. The issue tonight, as far as you and I are concerned, is why people who said they will not fight the elections till 370 is brought back are now so keen to fight the elections. That's the issue.
Yeah, you're right. But B, more importantly, is what do the people, what do the other members of the Mahagathbandhan have to say about the Bihar elections? It's not just that they're losing relevance, they don't even turn up. Arnab, they don't turn up. Priyanka Gandhi did not turn up. Yeah, so the issue here is that these people, Abdullahs and the Muftis, have bled Kashmir dry. And like you said, and like we were discussing before, they have monetized anti-nationalism in Kashmir. They have monetized anti-nationalism in Kashmir. And what they have done is that the more Kashmiri blood flows, the richer they get. Arnab, that is the crux of this debate.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Mohammad Aqib Renzusha, tell me why do these anti-nationals, which is the National Conference, PDPs, and all the other parties, the Gupkar delegation, all of who anti-nationals who want 370 back, why do they want to fight the elections? Tell me. Why?
See, Arnab, I won't speak tonight. If you will spare me for a few minutes, let me speak tonight. See, first of all, let me tell my people first.
Audio louder,
there is
please.
370, ठीक है ना? If we want 370 to be restored, the fight is in Supreme Court of India. Nobody can restore, except the Supreme Court of India, nobody can restore that. Point one. Now, the BJP is questioning
forget dreaming about 370.
PDP and Congress.
No, forget dreaming about 370.
If NC and
my question is, why
BJP
do these people want to fight the elections?
Ladakh Hill Development
Why do you want to fight the elections?
What is the problem? If they will contest elections, let people
my question, I don't care about the Congress. I don't give two hoots about an irrelevant political corpse, a dying party. I have no time for the Antonia Minor Congress. You must understand that. I am asking you, why do you want to fight the elections? Okay, you're not answering. Ahmad Ayaz, tell Gaurav Bhatia, why do you want to fight the elections? You want some money? Why do you want to fight the election? But why do you want to fight the election?
No.
Why are you keen to fight the elections in our country?
I tell you, Arnab, why they want
Ahmad Ayaz, you
now can I come in? I tell you why they want contest elections.
So let Ahmad Ayaz speak, Gaurav, and then you respond. Yeah.
Okay. Should I tell you, Arnab, why do they want
why do you want to fight the election, Ahmad Ayaz? Yeah, why?
Yeah, point is, you see, last time when they boycotted ULB elections and they have seen the result that there were no candidates who could come forward, and every Tom, Duck and Harry came into the picture, and they are now at the helm of affairs. And that being one reason that they wanted to see that, so far as I am concerned, they wanted to see that the good people come in.
But Ahmad Ayaz, you said that till 370 is not taken back, you won't fight the election. So, do you have no consistency on that point?
Yeah, right now the idea being that they have to defeat the BJP. That's why all the people have come together to see that. Otherwise, there was no need for the Congress, to my mind, to see that they join the alliance. But the only thing is that they want to have a united fight against the BJP to see that.
No, one second.
That's my
viewers. When I open the calls tonight, my question will be.
Otherwise,
no, but you said that doesn't answer the question. That does not answer anything. Yeah, Gaurav, you are free to respond, but I'll make one point, viewers. I just want to communicate with the viewers once again. Viewers, what these people are saying explains nothing. No, you want to fight the elections to make money. You want to abuse India and also loot taxpayer money. That's my view. That's what you want to do. Gaurav Bhatia, on the debate. Let's keep it moving fast. Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, Arnab, I will recollect umpteen number of debates on Republic where these people used to come and they used to challenge us. Hata ke dikhao, Article 370 hata ke dikhao, hata ke dikhao, hata ke dikhao. Hata diya. Humne hata diya. Aaj main kahunga because they are in pain. Tum wapas la ke dikhao, wapas la ke dikhao, wapas la ke dikhao. It is a delight to see them in pain. You know why, Arnab? Because these people think that united they will stand. Absolutely. But let me tell them, अगर 10 गीदड़ इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं ना अर्नब, वो शेर नहीं बन जाते. They don't respect the parliament which has amended the constitution and which has abrogated Article 370. They don't respect the Supreme Court which has seized the matter and did not stay the amendment.
They don't respect the तिरंगा. तिरंगा जिसके लिए जान दे देते हैं सारे सैनिक और हम लोग, हम जान दे सकते हैं अपने तिरंगे के लिए. और क्या कहा महबूबा मुफ्ती ने? महबूबा मुफ्ती ने कहा कि मैं तिरंगा नहीं पकड़ूंगी. मैं कहता हूं अब्दुल्ला जी, महबूबा मुफ्ती और कांग्रेस तीनों कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़िए. The only way that you can contest an election, you have to first show your allegiance to the constitution. The constitution compels you to respect the Tiranga. How will you contest the election? That means there is a contradiction in the stand you have taken. First, you will have to respect the constitution and the Tiranga. That is the only way that you can be a participant in a democracy. Do you understand that?
Who will decide who
कौन
they have
चिल्ला रहा है?
elected?
कौन चिल्लाया? कौन चिल्लाया? कौन चिल्लाया?
मैं I am the
हाँ,
youth
तो
of Kashmir.
अपनी बारी में नहीं बोल सकते हो क्या?
I'm shouting.
अर्नब, ये दर्द अच्छा है. ये जो दर्द दिखाई दे रहा है ये अच्छा है. मैं पूछता हूँ, पार्लियामेंट में आपको फेथ नहीं है, तिरंगे को आप अपना समझते हैं या नहीं?
Put me in the middle, please.
पहले बताइए, तिरंगे को अपना समझते हैं या नहीं समझते? बोलिए. तो बस समझते हैं तो जाके महबूबा मुफ्ती से कहना पहले तिरंगा उठाएं, उसके बाद इलेक्शन लड़ेंगी भारत में. पाकिस्तान में अगर लड़ना हो तो लड़ ले. भारत का इलेक्शन वो तब लड़ेंगी जब तिरंगा उठाएंगे.
Partners with the Mehbooba Mufti.
आप समझे कि नहीं?
Over Jammu and Kashmir.
अरे मतलब, do you understand the constitution? You people are so double-faced that you can't even take a stand. आप आके दिखाओ आर्टिकल 370. नरेंद्र मोदी जी, as the Prime Minister, Arnab has made it very clear. Article 370 will not be restored. And look at the shamelessness.
The future of Jammu and Kashmir.
I am saying Valmiki Samaj ke fundamental rights
few families.
for 7 decades. Were you concerned?
You are the partnering
the women of Kashmir
with the
were discriminated upon.
In a coalition
Were you
at
concerned
Ladakh?
for them?
I think it's time to be straight.
For other citizens.
I think it's time to be straight. 1 minute. Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, 1 minute, Gaurav. Now it's time to be straight with you people, okay? And if saying this makes me a right-winger, then consider me an extreme right-winger. Is that clear to you? What did I say? If saying what I'm about to say makes me a right-winger, then from this day on, forever, consider me an extreme right-winger.
Give them shelter. Tell us that.
If you want to fight the election,
are you ready to support Kashmir?
if you want to fight the, stop screaming, have some balance in your voice when you speak. Articulate yourself with clarity. Do not sound desperate.
That is why they start
The question is this. No, the question is this, General Bakshi. General Bakshi, can you stop? Can you stop this? Thank you. If General Bakshi, I say that if they want to fight elections, let them, but they have to give a declaration to me recognizing the tricolor as the single flag for all of India and say that never in the future will they ever dare to run it down. If they want to fight an election, I want them to sign an undertaking that you will uphold the Constitution of India in its present form, not challenge it upon your convenience. You have to also sign an undertaking that you will never defend those who are picking up the gun against our men in uniform.
I have already signed.
If you sign that form, then you can fight the elections. Otherwise, get the hell out of here. Simple.
Absolutely.
Go to Pakistan. Go live there. Do what the hell you want to do there. Go to China. Fight the elections there. Give your fake garble out there. But if you want to live in India and fight the elections, you have no right to fight the elections in my country unless you give that in writing. General Bakshi, if that makes us right of center, so be it.
Absolutely, Arnab. These were the people who were shouting from the rooftops. They will not participate in the electoral process as long as 370 is not restored. Today they have swallowed their spittle and they are prepared to come back and fight these elections. And why? Because they are short of loot. They have looted the coffers of this country long enough. Please keep quiet. I have not interrupted when you were speaking. Please keep quiet and give me the dignity of conducting the debate like a gentleman. Absolutely. You know, Arnab, these people are, their coffers of loot are empty. These are the two families, Arnab, who have looted the government of India. Two families of Kashmir, two dynasties of Kashmir, the Abdullahs and the Muftis, who have looted the government of India for the last 70 years plus. All the money sent for the development of the Kashmir state, of the people of that benighted state, poor people, they have robbed, they have looted shamelessly. Never has such loot been seen in this republic, Arnab. And now they are short of loot. They are desperate to get the money anyhow. That's all that matters. Arnab, they can write all the undertakings.
I still don't understand the levels of shamelessness.
They will resign from them.
I don't understand the shamelessness. I want to ask Sarfaraz Wani. And I want to ask Hamid Faiz of the Hamid Faiz and Sarfaraz Wani. Please tell me who will debate with Gaurav Arya and Ashok Pandit tonight. That first of all, you said that unless 370 is brought back, you will not fight the election. We are very happy. You tell me today we are never going to bring back 370. I am telling you, are we ever going to bring back 370, Gaurav Arya? It's
Absolutely
done, dusted, burnt, shredded, put in the oven, over.
It's dead.
So you've got to be really shameless.
Absolutely.
That in that situation to go back on your own word. Sarfaraz, why have you all been so shameless? Please tell me. Please tell me.
Let me answer. Please tell me. See Arnab, with these parties fighting elections, your propaganda is countered. The propaganda which you run, that these people do not believe in democracy of India, these people do not believe in elections. So that propaganda today gets all countered by these parties believing in democracy of India, believing in constitution of India, and coming up fighting the elections. Number second, this fight of restoration of Article 370
does not believe in the flag. She said as much. She does not believe in the constitution of India. She said as much. So your thing is that busting this propaganda that they believe in democracy. I'm sorry. This is just pilferage and loot, and it's nothing else.
The statement.
Please do not defend the undefensible. Do not defend the indefensible. Your position is not tenable, sir. Mehbooba Mufti and Farooq Abdullah and family have looted Kashmir for generations, and this is exactly why they are coming back after saying that they will never fight the elections. They said Mehbooba Mufti is on record. Mehbooba Mufti is on record saying that she will not lift the tricolour unless you have the Kashmir flag back.
All the propagandists.
Why is she fighting the elections? Why is the party fighting the elections now?
Democracy of India.
For the sake of democracy? For the sake of constitution?
I will tell you.
Which country, sir? Which country? The same country whose flag she does not recognize, whose constitution she does not recognize.
Who said that these people do not
Sir, it's a big jolt to her.
By fighting elections,
she is totally bankrupt. Farooq Abdullah is totally bankrupt. That is a jolt to them.
They believing.
Just 1 minute, Sarfaraz, listen. Sarfaraz, if you've completed your speech, I ask you a question. 1 minute. Sarfaraz, 1 minute. Sarfaraz, listen to the question, okay? Listen to the question. Calm down, don't waste time. See, Sarfaraz, 1 minute. Listen to me. Ashok, 1 minute. See, listen. Suppose, the question fair and square is this. And I'm just going to switch off my phone because it's very distracting. Sarfaraz, those who abuse our country cannot take an oath under our constitution. Question 1. Let's bring this whole debate down to fundamental. Secondly, those who say every day that we are going to tear apart one India, one constitution. You can't say today that I will tear apart this country and tomorrow under Article 326 of the same constitution, say I will fight an election in this country. You cannot have it both ways. Then you will say, Sarfaraz, what right do you have to tell me this?
Yes, Adam, let me answer this.
Now, I will tell you very clearly. You have, no, 1 second.
First of
1 minute. You can't have it both ways. It's simple. No, 1 second. Please understand. You see, You cannot have it both ways.
First. Okay.
My country's tricolor has to be completely respected, not opportunistically respected. You get the point? And now you should pause to listen, because I'm going to tell you a few things, and you have to understand that the Representation of People's Act 1951, which relates to the registration of political parties, makes it mandatory that under no provision can you question the country's constitution. As far as why people are going to have a right to ask you the question, you know why I'm opening phone lines tonight? Because the people who will speak on the phone, many people, most of them are taxpayers, and they will ask, one minute. They will ask, no, 1 second, I have not finished the question, so don't answer. They will ask, my taxpayer money cannot be used to fund the anti-nationals anymore. The mood of the country is changing. So you can't play both ways. Do you understand that? Do you? No, do you understand that? So if you say no, I recognize the Constitution.
Let me answer.
I respect the flag, and every provision under the Representation of People's Act 1951, I am sworn to follow. Then you can fight the elections. But if you do not do so, then you cannot fight the elections. Nobody can. You will not. Ashok, tell me, can he be given any special favors? I feel he can't. What do you think?
1971.
Ashok, can he be given any special favors?
Sarfraz, one sec. Sarfraz, allow me to talk. Sarfraz, allow me to talk. Arnab, they are basically into business of terrorism. They have minted money, they have looted money of this country. All those people, you're absolutely bang on. Arnab, you're absolutely bang on. All those people, all these political parties who don't believe in India, who don't believe in Constitution of India, who don't believe in national
opened the phone lines right now. I think we need to hear from the people of India.
Who believe in genocide, who believe anti-Indianism, who believe in Pakistan, who believe in China, should not be allowed to fight elections in the state of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. They are anti-nationals. What an insult of national honor is, what an insult of national flag is. And under the same law, under the explanation clause, section 2, under the explanation clause says that if you are dissenting against the flag, against the constitution with an intent to seek amendment, then it shall not be criminal. So something which has not been made criminal by our law, by our constitution, who are you people to call it criminal? Dissent and sedition has a red line. Please try to understand this. There is dissent, there is sedition.
Okay, so Gaurav, 1 minute. Sarfraz, 1 minute. Gaurav Arya and Gaurav Bhatia. Sarfraz, I get your point. Sarfraz, 1 minute. I get your point, and now we are going to take the debate forward.
There is an act
the argument being presented, viewers, and I'm opening the phone lines. I'm announcing that I'm opening the phone lines, and let Sunit Chopra also come on the debate. My issue is this. 1 minute. Gaurav, 1 minute. Gaurav, the argument being presented on the program tonight is very interesting. Sarfaraz says that I can abuse the flag and yet be sworn under the same flag. I can abuse the Constitution, but I can be sworn under the same Constitution. And he's teaching the law. Well, I'll tell him one thing. I'll tell you one thing, Sarfaraz.
That's what I'm saying.
Sarfaraz.
Listen to my use of words.
Sarfaraz, listen. To be a free citizen in a free country. 1 minute.
No, let me come in.
Listen to me and don't speak over me because it's disturbing. I can shout you down, but don't disturb me. To be a free citizen in a free country is a privilege, not your right. And the Citizenship Act 1955 says very clearly that if you are disloyal to the country, your citizenship can be deprived of you. You can be deprived of your citizenship. You need to understand that. And Gaurav Bhatia is taking it forward. Gaurav Bhatia, and we're opening the phone lines in 2 minutes, please. Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, to all the fellow panelists...
This is the Constitution, sir. You better read the Constitution next time you speak to me.
Read the Constitution on your debate, Arnab, to make it very clear to them.
Yes, we will.
Okay, then tell me which provision talks about the national flag. Tell me. Who has read? Who has read the Constitution? Tell me about the provision in the Constitution that talks about the national flag. Tell me. Anybody. Since you people come and argue without even knowing the Constitution, please tell me. Okay, so Arnab, there is a section of fundamental duties. Article 51A, and this is what it says, the Constitution of India, and I quote, to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. So dare you say that मैं तिरंगा नहीं पकड़ूंगा? तिरंगा पकड़ने के लिए 130 करोड़ भारतीय हैं. आप जैसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने कहा था तिरंगे को कांधा देने वाला कोई नहीं होगा. आर्टिकल 370 तो गया, आपकी अर्थी निकली और कांधा देने वाला कोई नहीं था. दूसरी बात, you said that these parties believe in democracy. I ask you,
let me comment.
Believing in democracy means the party has to subscribe to the Constitution.
Makes it criminal to disobey.
Please don't speak in between. बदतमीजी नहीं करनी है. आपकी बारी आएगी, आप मुझे पढ़ाइएगा पाकिस्तान का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. आज भारत का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़िए. Article 370 has been amended. It stands amended. So now the only way it can be restored is either the Supreme Court strikes down the amendment.
Thank you.
Which they have not passed any interim order, or the Parliament does it. Narendra Modi ji has made it very clear. It will not be altered. और हम कहते हैं हिम्मत है तो बदल के दिखाओ. जाओ, तुम हमें चिढ़ाते थे 70 साल, आज हम कहते हैं हिम्मत है तो बदल के दिखाओ.
Supreme Court of India. I am saying, are you about the Supreme Court of India?
I have a matter. I'm opening up the lines. 1 minute. Many callers calling in. 1 minute. Gaurav Bhatia is on the debate, and my principal question is, how can those who have been abusing India fight the elections? And viewers, I'll give you examples tonight. Farooq Abdullah says that I am hopeful. Farooq Abdullah says, Sunit Chopra, where are you? Come on the debate. Stop shouting. Now listen to me, Sunit Chopra. Listen to me. The question is at you. So stop wagging your little finger. On the right, Sunit Chopra, please. So I can take the debate forward. Farooq Abdullah says, Sunit Chopra, that I am hopeful that with the support of the Chinese government, he says that I am hopeful that with the support of the Chinese government and the government of China, Article 370 will be restored in Jammu and Kashmir. Sunit Chopra, did your friend Farooq Abdullah say these anti-national venomous words or not? Did he say so, Sunit Chopra?
The point is not what Farooq Abdullah said. The point is how...
The point is what Farooq Abdullah said.
China, you asked the wrong person here.
For India with guns.
ये तो China के लिए जान दे.
Did he say that?
In opposition.
Did he say that?
China,
so he said, so a man who said that China should restore Article 370 in Kashmir should be allowed to fight the election.
Indian Kalmans who हंस रहे पीछे. What does sovereignty means? Tell me. Sovereignty means there will be no external interference in our matters. How dare Mr. Abdullah say that China...
And our first caller tonight on a night of tremendous support for our cause tonight is Vijay Desai from Pune. Vijay, are you on the call? Vijay, can you hear me? You've been holding the line for a long time, Vijay.
I'm on the call.
How are you, Vijay?
Talking to you. I am very good and very happy to see you and talk to you, and I would like to thank Gaurav and Bakshi for all the support for you, Arnab. We are so happy for seeing you back. Yes. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Vijay. You didn't speak on the subject, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you. Look at that, Sunit Chopra. That's called public support. I repeat my question tonight. Hamid Faiz is not being able to answer even one. Tell me, Hamid Faiz, Mehbooba Mufti said, as long as our flag is not returned, we will not hold any other flag. So Mehbooba Mufti abuses the Tiranga. And now she wants to fight the election, Ashok Pandit. Why should she be allowed, Hamid? Why should she be allowed?
Arnab, they have been constant abusers. They have been constant abusers of the country. They have been constant abusers of the nation, of the national flag of India.
Hamid Faiz
and they should not be allowed to fight the elections. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely bang on. Arnab, you have taken a correct issue. that they should not be allowed. A person who doesn't believe in you, a person who doesn't believe in all these people from Kashmir, ask them to say Bharat Mata Ki Jai on
I want to ask these people.
And then allow them to
I want to
fight
ask these people. Hamid Faiz, you're from the National Conference. Hamid Faiz, are you listening to me? Hamid Faiz, please, can he be on the screen? Hamid Faiz.
And only then they can fight the election.
Hamid Faiz, my question to you is.
They don't believe in your country.
Hamid Faiz, my question to you is.
And then they want to fight the election.
Hamid Faiz.
Yes, sir. No,
Can I speak to him? 1 second. Hamid Faiz, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me, Hamid? Now listen to me. You are from the National Conference, right?
Yeah.
No, you're from the National Conference, right? 1 minute.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
from the National Conference.
so do you feel you are Indian? Do you feel Indian?
I feel I'm Indian. And my leadership also feels they are Indians.
But then, Farooq Abdullah on 24th September, 1 minute, on the 24th of September, your top leader Farooq Abdullah says Kashmiris don't feel Indian. Now, having said that Kashmiris don't feel Indian,
so Farooq Abdullah
he wants
is the same person
to fight the elections. Why should we allow him?
When there was nobody.
No, but I'm asking you. He says, no, you can't have it. No, then he's a hypocrite.
He's the same Farooq
Then he's a hypocrite.
He's the same
China's interference.
He belongs to the same
How can China interfere in India's internal matters? Please ask him.
Talking about Farooq Abdullah's family, did he make that comment or no?
Please,
Sir, did he make that comment or no?
Can China interfere in a...
Sir, did Farooq Abdullah say that or he did not say that?
Yes, we will.
Do you support it or you don't? That is the only question I want to ask.
He didn't say like this. He didn't say like
this.
Farooq Abdullah don't say like
he
this.
said like this.
He said those exact words.
He said like this.
He said those exact words.
Arnab is quoting him verbatim.
With the help of China, we can restore. He didn't say with the help of China army he can restore. He will not bring China army to India. It's not he is Indian. We are Indians. But
what did he say?
But
आप बताओ क्या बोला था?
Guys, what did he say? What did he say?
Yes. On 5th August, what happened to the Kashmiris? It's really hurting the sentiments. You do not feel the sentiments of Kashmiris.
Sir, what did Farooq Abdullah say?
It's on the ground.
On 11th October, what did Farooq Abdullah say? No, remind not 5th August. 11th October, what did Farooq Abdullah say?
Ground level पे देखिए कश्मीरियों के sentiments को समझिए.
Ground level पे ही बात करें. Ashok Pandit is on the debate.
Don't use Kashmiris.
सर, ये सेंटिमेंट ये नहीं हो सकती कि हम चाइना से मदद लेंगे. ये सेंटिमेंट कहीं ना कश्मीर की हो सकती है ना भारत के किसी और हिस्से की हो सकती है.
एंड
चाइना से वो बात मदद फारूक साहब ने वो नहीं कहा.
आप एक बात बताइए. You please tell us what did Farooq Abdullah say and do you support him or not?
Embarrassed, he doesn't want to say it because he knows the reality. Rajiv is calling from Rohtak. Rajiv from Rohtak. Good evening. Are you there? What's your point tonight, Rajiv, on the debate? How are you, Rajiv?
Hello.
What's your point?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, Rajiv. How are you?
Hello.
Loud and clear, Rajiv. Loud and clear.
First of all, Arnab, welcome back, Tiger of Journalism. We are proud of you, dear.
Thank you,
and
Rajiv.
What you are doing with your journalism.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you.
सब एंटी-नेशनल्स का अंत आ गया है और पूरा राष्ट्र आपके साथ है.
बिल्कुल.
हमारे लिए आपका अरेस्ट होना इतना ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस था जिसको हम बयान नहीं कर सकते. थैंक गॉड यू आर बैक एंड दे गॉट यू विद ऑल द स्ट्रेंथ कि आप इन एंटी-नेशनल्स को इन सब लोगों को उनकी औकात दिखाए. वेल डन. वंदे मातरम.
राजीव, ये बताओ, ये वंदे मातरम. But tell me, Rajiv, do you think ये जो कश्मीर में गुपकर गैंग है, इनको इलेक्शन फाइट करनी चाहिए?
नॉट एट ऑल डियर, नॉट एट ऑल. इन सबको मेरा एक सजेशन है कि इनको एक स्पेशल फ्लाइट में डालो. जो 300-350 ये गन फैला रहे हैं पूरे देश में, वो सबको पता है, और इनको काले पानी में डाल दो.
That's the sentiment in our country. That's public sentiment.
This is the
yes. I agree with you, Rajiv. These people say we will have a separate prime minister, separate flag. बहुत हो गया ये सब. बहुत हो गया. So Sunit Chopra, सुन रहे हैं आप? Are you listening, Sunit, to the voice of the people of the country? Why are you getting worked up? ये सच्चाई है, लोग कह रहे हैं. लोगों की आवाज है सुनीत चोपड़ा. तंग क्यों आ रहे हैं आप? गुस्से में क्यों हैं?
देश को लूट के पैसा मिल गया, पैंट हो गई निक्कर.
They don't know what is happening to the country.
हाँ, पैंट हो गई निक्कर.
Ashok Pandit and Sunit Chopra on the debate.
Disconnected from the sentiments of the country. You sitting in your room, sitting in your flat, sitting amongst your friends. You are totally disconnected from the sentiments of the country. You don't know where the country is heading. Country is heading towards
Mir Junaid is also on the debate right now. And Mohammad Renzo Shah is there. Mir Junaid, you tell me. Mir Junaid, you can tell Renzo Shah why you think suddenly the Gupkar gang wants to fight the election.
The sentiments of the country.
Mir Junaid, tell Renzo Shah why suddenly the Gupkar gang wants to fight the election. Mir Junaid.
Arnab,
Mir Junaid.
I have a few questions, Arnab. See, Arnab, if they are so much in opposition to move of the abrogation of Article 370, why have their 3 MPs and 2 Rajya Sabha members not resigned from the parliament as a mark of protest?
Renzo Shah.
This is the first proof of their bigotry. Secondly, if Mehbooba Mufti recently said that she won't hoist the Indian flag until the state flag is returned,
you are
we
scared
must
of
question
what?
her and ask her that
You are
under
scared
which
of
flag
what?
are these
Why are you not
elections being fought by
contesting
them?
elections?
This political deception in the name of
Why are
PhD
you
is just
not
a gimmick
contesting?
to have an excuse of continuing public contact. But we must
They have
expose
a
these
mandate,
agenda
they
as
have
it is.
won.
This
The people
dual
are
character
certain,
which is
but why you are not
birthplace has
contesting the
deteriorated
elections?
the situation in the valley.
Absolutely.
Also,
one more
you see,
caller and GD
also
Bakshi
the
will come back on the debate.
mandate-
GD Bakshi is on the debate. GD Bakshi, tremendous public sentiment. GD Bakshi, that those taxpayer money cannot fund those who only have an anti-India obsession. The limits of our tolerance have been stretched for too long, General Bakshi.
Absolutely.
Too long.
Arnab.
Too long.
Absolutely, Arnab. I'd like to point out that those, when the enemy was at the gates, they were trying to throw open the doors of the fort of India. They were trying to invite China to interfere in our internal affairs and try and get back 370 with the help of the Chinese army. They are traitors. They should be debarred from all electoral processes. They should be debarred.
And I have Professor Vishal who's calling in right now. Last call on our trending debate tonight is Professor Vishal from Mumbai. Professor Vishal, good evening. We have limited time. Why don't you make your point?
Good evening, Arnab. It's great to see you back. And thank you, everybody who supported you. And yeah, Arnab, I just want to make a limited point here. These guys or these so-called parties who want to support these PDPs and Abdullahs and separatists out there, I wouldn't even call them, first of all, I wouldn't call them a political party. Second, I wouldn't even call them any kind of an alliance or Gadbandhan. In fact, it's a syndicate. They know that they are not coming back into power again in India. So they just want to support any separatist, anything
Absolutely.
that damage India.
So they all come together.
Mafia.
So, Professor, the word you've used, Professor, I'm sorry to cut you short, is fantastic. It's a syndicate of personal interests of people who don't owe any loyalty to the country. I thank you all very much on the debate, the trending #1 debate tonight. Great to talk to you and so many callers this evening. On the other side, the latest of what the PFI has been up to and why the Congress party has fallen off a cliff in a few minutes.